The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog taking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, you know the voice of the guys. Me, Terrell, Furman Jr. here at your service. All right. Well, Christmas Day wasn't that good for the most part, to be honest. But
your team won, so that counts, I guess. You know.
Yeah, they didn't cover the spread.
Yeah, I know. Just saying, they did win the game.
Yeah, it looked bad at first, but I mean, this is what the Knicks do all season. They look horrible in the first half, and you're questioning things, but then teams just let them hang around, and then it gets to Brunson fourth quarter time, and it's like, oh, well, game.
That's also what Cleveland does. They have a decent or good first quarter, and then they're going to fall apart in the fourth, so it's fine.
Dog, did you see Donovan Mitchell immediately lose the game and then turn and kiss Coco Jones?
Yeah.
What? What? Some people just have all the fun. I mean, oh man, it's so much to talk about.
So do you prefer that, or do you prefer LeBron walking off the court after getting blown out by Houston while everyone else was like shaking hands? Which do you prefer out of the two?
Whichever one has me kissing Coco Jones, I'll take that one.
Okay, so you just became a Donovan Mitchell fan. So congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to hate on him. Like he literally, he took the bogus three that really did nothing, but it just proves Donovan Mitchell can hit that shot. And then you got freaking, you come back around and game's over, and here goes Coco Jones, front row, looking at you. Great job, baby.
Yeah,
just lost Christmas Day. Great job, baby. Mm-hmm. Kiss. What? Dude, is he even a loser? I mean, he's a loser, but like, if that's gonna be your reward after losing a playoff series this year, dude.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, the main takeaway from the entire Cavs season so far is Donovan Mitchell's become I did my part guy, because what the hell else is he supposed to do? It feels like Mitchell has 30 points every game and they still lose, so I don't really know what else he's supposed to do, but whatever. He had his girl sitting courtside, so that's a decent consolation prize.
And it's like, it's just not getting better anytime soon for them.
No, not at all.
It's not. Anybody with any competence is beating them.
We'll talk about them later because they have a pretty tough matchup today.
Yep. All right. If you didn't know who I'm talking to this entire time, I'm talking to the man who came up here and told you all that the Hawks were better off without Trae Young. Mm-hmm. He's been saying it for a while. He has criticized Trae Young's game every step of the way. And honestly, truly, I don't think he's criticized it enough. I enjoy just sitting here watching the rants and all of that because I'm messy. I am. And I like to see when stuff like that happens. I wish we would go viral for it so that everybody else could hear the rants because I feel like, this should not be tailored. We should get this out for the people for them to hear the rants. But Trae Young and the Hawks, 0-6. 0-6 since he came back into the lineup. We'll give him a pass for the one game that he didn't play. But, I mean, come on. The energy came back, and they're 0-6. Lost to the New York Knicks. Got crucified in the media for the lack of effort.
By the Knicks broadcast.
By the lack of effort. I mean, oh, my gosh. And it was a horrible lack of effort, too. Mm-hmm. He can't do anything right. There's nothing going well offensively for Trae Young, especially with the shoulder and the injuries that he has. And then we don't even mention the defensive side of the ball where we know nothing goes right. Scott, I mean, this is over. This is over. We were texting about it over the weekend, and we'll now bring it on the air. You have gotten into beefs with it with fans online on Twitter, but there's no value in Trae Young right now. You literally have to trade Trae Young right now for whatever you can get and just call it that. Like, that's whatever it is makes this team better. Like, if it's the smallest of little depth pieces, it makes this team better. But Trae Young, oh, dude, it's over for him. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, I mean, everything that I said about Trey as a player, all the flaws have become apparent, and a lot of people have acknowledged what I've known for a couple of years. It's always tough to win when you're paying your best player that much money, and he's an absolute traffic cone on defense because you're basically playing 4-on-5. Now, there are certain players in the league who I think coast on defense, but they also have a certain size and frame where they should be better defenders than they are. For example, like LaMelo, you have a couple other guys who are like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", and you say, well, why aren't they better defenders? What is Trey supposed to do? Because Trey is arguably what, like 6 feet, give or take? Like 6 feet, 150, 160? And then you throw in the lack of effort combo, he will never be a good defensive player. So at that point, you're already stuck being a bad defense because your best player, or your best player, we both think Jalen's better than him, but the general consensus media-wise is he was the face of a franchise. When you're not going to guard anybody and you do nothing off-ball offensively, like you need the ball in your hands all the time to be effective. Not to mention the fact, you mentioned the shoulder issues, which is not a 2025 only issue. He's had injuries for the last couple of years.
Oh, so, dude, this has been, number of years we've been talking about this same shoulder.
That's my point. So the shooting numbers have also fallen off a cliff. So if you're going to play no defense, you keep taking logo three-pointers that really don't go in as much as people think, and you also turn the ball over a ton, and you do nothing off ball. I don't know how you're going to be a winning basketball player if you're the number one, or in this case, 1B option on a basketball team. So I think everything has kind of played itself out the way that I thought it would. The Hawks were better without him. I've been saying that for years. For the record, JR is still in hiding because they have not won a game since Trey came back. But look, I've mentioned it many times on the show. I'm not going to rehash everything. But I do not think Trey's a winning basketball player, and I feel like the records and stats speak for themselves. So that's my point.
Well, shout out to Scott's Twitter interaction over the weekend.
We think he's a fake person, for the record. Like, we don't think he's real, but
I mean, whatever. He could.
No, but I'm saying, like, there's an unhealthy devotion to Trey Young that I just can't relate to at all.
I think it's just absolutely.
We think it's a burner. We think it might be a burner. I've been secretly beefing with Trey Young on the side.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm about to. Let's see how this works. I don't know what's going to happen if I try to share screen right now. Let's see.
Oh, we're actually just going to straight up just pull it up? Okay.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. There's no way we're not talking about this. Like, he was good. Because when you told me, I've been on a little bit of a social media. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, boom. Oh, didn't mean like that. Accidental like there. But as you told me the story, I've been off social media for a little while. So I said, let me go get up here and see what Scott's talking about.
It's gonna be a long one, but this guy basically thought he had a response to every single Trey criticism I had. And he was posting like efficiency numbers and all this other stuff, completely ignoring everything I'm saying. So yeah, he's in his own world when it comes to Trey.
Shout out to Rock City, who's comes in and joins the conversation and is like, "Yo, what are you talking about? Like, they're 13-8 without him. They're 2-8 with him. What's the common denominator here?" And as much as I hate the, A plus, if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C argument, I do hate that argument. But it's so definite with Trey Young at this point. And I mean, this is the one that killed me. The Hawks have a higher win percentage without Trey Young through his entire career.
It's not just
research is free.
Entire career. And the message before that, he's going, well, it's actually not Trey's fault. Like, should do the research. I'm like, what do you want me to
how many All-Stars have been on the Atlanta roster in Trey Young era? How many great coaches have they had? How was their drafting? We'll wait, Scott. We will wait.
And I just responded to him immediately.
Why is their record better when he doesn't play? It's the same roster.
He's mentioning supporting cast and like all this other stuff, but the only difference between the records is Trey Young playing or is he sitting? So everything else is the same. So his argument doesn't make any sense. That was my point. It doesn't make any sense. Like, Trey, when he plays, has a worse win percentage than when he sits. It's just math. That's just how it goes. But anyway, it kept going for a while. Eventually, I gave up because he wasn't worth my time.
Here goes another guy talking about how good they are when he's on the floor, and it's just like, no, they're not.
No. He pulled up efficiency lineup saying when Trey is on the court and Jalen's out, they have the highest.
I don't think that's true.
No, he pulled up some random thing for like their offensive defensive rating, saying that that's the best lineup on the team. And my response is, with Trey on the lineup without Jalen, your defensive efficiency is still north of 120. You aren't winning anything if your defense is north of 120. So that doesn't solve anything long term. Your defense will always be bad if Trey Young's on your team. That's my point. If you want to move on to the games, we can. But yeah, I got into a debate with Trey Young's biggest fan on social media. It's basically what
they were not on a losing skid before Trey Young came back. They had just beat the 76ers.
I get what he was trying to say. The defense was struggling a little bit, but then, of course, they've given up 125 plus in every game that Trey's come back for. So the defense is arguably the worst in the league with Trey on the court. So there you go. That's really all I have to say about the Trey issue.
And so this is the equity that I just feel like, how much equity does this Hawks and Trey Young team get? Because how long are we going to talk about this trip to the Eastern Conference Finals? As much as I give you credit for making an Eastern Conference Finals, because that's a hard thing to do regardless.
Yeah, Ben Simmons forgot to play basketball. They blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter.
It hasn't been good since then. It's literally gone downhill since then. That was your peak. That was the highest moment. If that is the moment of Trey Young's career that you want to sit your hat on, then fine, do that. But you got to admit, it's been downhill ever since then.
Trey's gotten so much mileage out of one season. That's the main point here. Every other season's been a.
And wasn't that the season he beat the Knicks?
Was that? Yes, I believe that was season to beat.
So his equity and whatever he's been able to talk shit about has been literally one season.
Yes, it's been one season. That's basically it.
Doug, I'm sorry. He can't shoot the ball. He can't score. He can't.
No, and the shoulder's a problem. But if you're going to be a defensive liability, you have to at least be efficient offensively, and he's not. So it's just not going to go well.
I don't think there's a team in the league that would give Trey Young an extension. I think anybody would only sign him afterwards because they can get him on a cheap deal. Yeah. But I don't think there's a team in the league that would give him an extension. I'm sorry. Yeah,
we'll see what happens, but it's not good right now.
Get access to all our free picks and podcasts in one convenient place, the SGPN app. Download it right now, free in your App Store, Google Play Store, whatever store you get it from. Make sure you go, just type in SGPN. And also, I really want to say, I think it's also hilarious that he did all of this and launched a podcast this offseason.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? They were the haters that you were talking about. They might have been right, bro. They might have been right about you. Like, you might have to go up there and tell them that they were right about you, because this season's been horrible, and there's no way that he thinks that this is good. Like, there's no way that he's okay with the output that he has going.
No, I mentioned as like a half joke, but also kind of like a rock bottom moment here. Last point I'll make: everyone's automatically assuming Trey is going to opt out of his contract at the end of the season.
No, if he's smart.
Are we sure he's not going to pick up the $45 million option? Like,
that's an
option
getting that anywhere else.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the contract for Trey's even going to be when he's a free agent, but there's no guarantee he actually declines the player option.
Who's his agent? Is it Rosenthal?
I have no idea.
No, it's Austin Brown over at CA.
We'll see what happens, but I'm just saying there's a chance that Trey actually would consider picking up his option. That's how much of a rock bottom we're at right now for Trey. But anyway, we got a bunch of games.
Milwaukee Bucks on the road, right here in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to the Fool. We got the Milwaukee Bucks laying 3.5, 227.5 is the total. Injury report. Let's see what we got here for these two teams. And it looks like Gary Trent Jr. is questionable. Torian Prince is out. Giannis was windmill dunking at the end of the game last game. Upset a few people. But he said he wanted to get his legs under him because he ain't played it forever. For Charlotte, Zion James, questionable. I like him actually as a player, actually. I really do. Doesn't get like enough burn, but I actually kind of like the energy he gives them off the bench. I think he could be good somewhere else. Charlotte is where people go to die. Concanipple is out, you see, just like that. Mm-hmm. Ryan Cockburner is out, see. Mason Plumlee is out, Jesus Christ. And Grant Williams is still out. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, Milwaukee's not very good, but Giannis is alive.
it's back.
So
Yeah, and so like Giannis could carry them to like this is one of those games Giannis could carry you to a win. But I will admit, the Charlotte Hornets and the Milwaukee Bucks series tends to go back and forth at times. Charlotte's won 2 of the last 3 at home.
I guess what I'm asking you in general is where do you think Khan's shots are going to go? Is it just an even distribution between LaMelo and Bridges and like? Are you okay with the redistribution?
Not necessarily because Khan has been so good.
Yeah, that's my point. Like their efficiency should I'd say I don't want to say plummet, but it should go down because Knipple's been that good.
Yeah.
But Milwaukee, we know, has been bad on the road, and they have not really had a good supporting cast all season. So
yeah, but Giannis is back. Like ultimately, that's what I just keep going back to. Giannis is back, and Giannis is playing, and
Charlotte has no front court at all because everyone's injured. So
yeah,
Giannis might get into.
Giannis might have a big game. Bobby Portis might come off the bench and have a big game. I'm not really concerned about Miles Turner, but the threat of Miles Turner is there, especially spacing the floor.
Yeah, for Giannis to just get downhill. So.
Yeah, just be able to get downhill and go to work. Like,
yeah, I think you talked me into it. I mean, I've been taking Diabate rebound stuff recently because they have no other centers.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually did a solo show on Friday. I had my underdog entry 6-1, but I had Diabate for his rebound, so I might just run that back because he's the only one who rebounds on the team right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the rim protection's abysmal, so I think I agree with you. It's just a bad matchup for Charlotte. Giannis can walk into 40.
And Charlotte hasn't been playing their worst basketball. And I think so. If I were to target anything, it's probably Milwaukee Bucks team total over. I think 227.5 is actually way too short for these two teams. I understand the total hasn't been the best, but this just seems like it's going to be a one way kind of game where it's going to be a whole bunch of Giannis trying to get downhill, create for everybody else, gets the Bucks offense going. This Charlotte Hornets defense hasn't been good in the last 5 games, giving up almost 120 points per game.
Yeah,
I could see the Milwaukee Bucks running the score up here just through very, very easy Giannis basketball. It's going to be different because he's back in the lineup than, all these games where he was out. So I think the scoring to pick up for them there. And you're 50-50, honestly, if the Charlotte Hornets decide if they want to be able to hit shots or not. I think the Nipple thing is very, very challenging. It makes it tough for me to target Charlotte on a total. But I like the Milwaukee Bucks to be able to go over their team total over. And I think the Bucks probably get this done.
Yeah, shout out to Charlotte, though. Nice win on the road against Orlando over the weekend, but I do think it's a bad matchup. If you want to go for Giannis points by itself, that's fine. I think that's a pretty safe approach, but if you can't guard the other team's best play, you're going to have a hard time, and Giannis should get whatever he wants in the paint. So,
and the chat's talking about it too. Multiple people in the chat talking about it. How Giannis was talking about the windmill dunk at the end of the game and how he didn't care. He needed to light a fire under his team's butt because they're playing for their lives at this point. Where I think playing for their lives was a little exaggerated. Like we're before the All-Star break.
The point is though he's promoting urgency, which they
need.
Like
and
the entire
I get
goal is there. Like that's fine.
And honestly, if you look at y'all records, you're 13-19, Charlotte's 11-20. Like you're right there next to them. So I understand feeling like, oh wait, we are way too close to Charlotte in the bottom of the standings. But I think that there's plenty of time for the Bucks to turn their season around. There's plenty of time for a lot of people to turn their season around.
I'll go with the over in this game. That's my last point.
Yep, I'm with you.
Cool.
All right, before we get to the next game of Slate, got to talk to you about Kalshi. Just partnered up with them on Real Money Prediction Market, legal in all 50 states. All 50, you can go trade a bunch of markets, including sports, NFL, college football, college basketball, NHL, NBA, all of that. Plus, you can get down on politics, entertainment, stuff like the Oscars, stuff like that. You've got the weather. You can do anything over there at Kalshi. It's for the Degens and for the Degens in all 50 states. So make sure you take advantage. So head over there. New Kalshi customers can get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Scott said it. He had an underdog lineup. Great job, Scott.
Thanks.
We went up to 5,000 times your entry up there, underdog. All you got to do is pick higher or lower your favorite players' fantasy stats, and boom, just like that. Plus, it's still the holiday season. So you head over to Underdog, and you can get Underdog Unwrapped, where you'll unwrap a whole bunch of promos through this season. So head over there. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. DC, it's going down. We've got the Phoenix Suns on the road in the Bradley Beal revenge game. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's not happening anymore.
He might be watching the game from his couch, but I doubt it.
Oh, dude, like from the whole fiasco of getting him out of Washington, and Bradley Beal's got to be out of DC. He goes to the Suns. He doesn't play. Then he goes to the Clippers and doesn't play. Like, oh, Bradley Beal. It's just some players that.
And now the Suns got rid of him, and the team's actually decent. So
yeah, and they're good without him. Yeah. So this is the Suns' revenge game for taking on the Wizards. Snuffed them.
Yes.
This is the Suns' revenge game for the Wizards snuffing them, giving them Bradley Beal, and effectively erasing entire season off of their history books.
Pretty much, yeah.
Great angle there. Suns laying 10.5 here. 233.5 is total injury report, and we have for these two teams, Ryan Dunn, questionable. Grayson Allen is out. Jalen Green's still out, and Mark Williams is suspended. Gotta say, I appreciate when players take matters into their own hands and don't take no lip. I don't know if Jose Alvarado connected with that right hand. It looks like it. It appears like it. It very much does. It looks like it. But I do, as I looked at the film, I'm like, it's not conclusive evidence, though. Very much appears like
with the size disadvantage, I'll give him credit for it anyway.
And it was the head snap by Mark Williams as well that made me feel like he got hit with something. But it could have been a weave. Like, it very much could have. Also, Jordan Poole's reaction in the back also made me think that hit connected. I'm just saying, if that hit like truly connected, that's one of the best like shots in NBA history.
I'm going to give him credit anyway for it because of the size disadvantage. It's tough to hit a guy that's 7 feet tall. Like that's a good attempt.
And I mean, he connected like a very good chance he connected. Mark Williams didn't connect on anything but maybe a forearm. Yeah, but like it was very good. Hey, Jose Alvarado, great chance to go get your suspension, man. Like, when you get suspended for a good reason. All right. Wizards haven't submitted injury report yet because they played yesterday.
Do you have the Wizards record on a back-to-back? Because I feel like they're atrocious, and I just want confirmation on that.
I can tell you in just a second. The Wizards on the second leg of a back-to-back, I have them for...
Selective recall tells me they're awful. Yeah.
0-5 straight up, 2-3 ATS.
Okay, it's better ATS than I thought, but I was pretty sure they'd not won a single back-to-back all season.
Yeah, they did not win. They are 2-3, and it's been bad in the first half. They've been slow in the first half. 1-4 straight up, 1-4 ATS in the first half in those games. So
it's a nice win yesterday. Trey Johnson looked good. 14 points starting off.
I like Trey Johnson.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he had some injury issues, but the guy can shoot. Definitely through. I mean, the back-to-backs are always weird because you never know if Middleton's going to play or if they're going to start sitting random people. The minute distribution was pretty even yesterday.
Like, is Koulibaly going to play?
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think I'll go Phoenix in this game. I understand what Brandon's saying with the Wizards keeping it close at home. Like, I can understand that angle. And 10.5's a lot for a road team. I actually like Phoenix. Like, they have grown on me. I had question marks about them preseason. Ott's done a great job. Dylan Brooks has been a solid leader for this team. Whether you like Brooks or not, he's been good on Phoenix. Even with Jalen Green being out, like, they've been solid. Booker's been good. He's taken over the point guard role. Gillespie's been solid. You could argue that with Williams being out, though, you might see a bit of an issue, except for the problem for Washington is they can't rebound. And you're looking at who's going to fill in for Phoenix, and Agudaro is actually pretty good at rebounding. So I think Phoenix can dominate the boards anyway with Mark Williams being out. So I'll go Phoenix in this game, mainly fading Washington on a back-to-back.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted because somebody brought up the Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez fight.
That's probably the best punch by any athlete.
And I had to go back and look because Tim Anderson definitely fell.
Yeah. For the record, I'm not including the Kareem punch because the guy was not expecting it. So like that doesn't count.
Yeah, no.
That's the most devastating punch, but that wasn't really.
You got to know y'all getting in. You got to know y'all.
You have to actually square up face to face.
And like Tim Anderson and Jose, like, matter of fact, no, because I don't know if this is no. We could do this on Twitter. We're not going to get. Never mind. I'm not going to do it. It's just no. He put him down. He put him down.
He rocked him. And Tim Anderson's been terrible ever since. So that was the end of his baseball career, basically. Jose Ramirez, though, still arguably the best third baseman in the league.
Whoa.
So there you go.
Sorry, audio. My bad. I just dropped the microphone. Whoops.
All good.
All right.
But I'll go Suns. Wizards on a back-to-back. I'm good. Off a win? Front office about to yell at the entire roster for winning games.
And right now, it seems like the Phoenix Suns want to play basketball. Like, they want to go win games by margin. They're covering still at an insane rate this season.
That's a very good call by David. The Adore punch on Batista. That's a good one, too. That's a very good one, too. Yeah, baseball punches. So decent collection compared to NBA. But that's a great call.
Because nobody in the NBA is trying to fight for real.
No, the Adore punch is top tier. Like that's a very good call. Yeah, that's a good call.
11-2 this season as favorites for Phoenix. 7-3 in their last 10 games. 21-10 on the season. Jesus Christ, just keep betting the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, the second leg of a back-to-back was pretty much enough of a handicap for me to fade the Wizards here, especially off of a win.
Yeah,
got to figure out what their number. It can't be that good off of a win. So, all right, we'll go with Wizards. 2 wins, back-to-back wins. Absolutely not. No, 3 wins in a row? Absolutely not. I don't believe it. Not even close. They get ran out the building by the Suns today. It's the Suns' revenge game, too, for getting swindled into that Bradley Beal deal. I would want to give the Wizards 50 every time.
If you actually wanted a prop, though, I really don't mind the Iguodala rebounds. I think it's a very good rebounding game for him, especially with Mark Williams being out. It's a great rebounding spot for Iguodala. So I'd point that out, too.
My finger is hovering over the timeout button, dude. Relax. The finger is holding over the timeout button. The Denver Nuggets are laying 2.5 on the road, going to play the Miami Heat. 245 is the total. Injury report. We've got Cam Johnson out, Aaron Gordon out, Christian Brown out. Bam Adebayo's probable, Tyler Hero's out. All the regular folks that we expect are out. Okay, so Denver goes to overtime with the T-Wolves. Wins the game.
For the record, they shouldn't have. They were up 15 with like 5 to go, but they got the job done. So,
and then they're down pretty big. And now they lose to Orlando.
Anthony Black had 38 points. Shout out to Anthony Black.
I mean, I think the thing that I feel consistent in, at least, is the fact that, I mean, Denver's not playing defense right now.
Yeah.
So, like, we could live with that. Denver also owns Miami.
Yeah. Including the finals.
Yeah. So that also makes this very hard because it should be, set it and forget it. We take the Heat as a dog here. And ultimately, I probably still do trust the system and take the Heat as a dog. But I will admit, very tough matchup. The only thing that and you would think, because some of their better defenders actually come off of the bench for them. So you would think that, they would still be pretty solid defensively, but they're not. They can't do anything right defensively. And it's really are they going to outscore the Miami Heat or not? And we know the Miami Heat just want to run, try to score. They don't care about defense either. This is 245 for a reason. I'm sure it's supposed to be like that. I like points. I'm going to stick with my guns and say that the Miami Heat get this done at home. And it's going to be because of Ware. I think Ware is going to be the real problem here. I don't think they have anybody with the size or the effort defensively to really keep up with them. And if they continue to just keep running things through him, allow Bam to run the offense for sure. Like, But then get your ISO with Norman Powell, like go let people go to work and just score on this really, really bad Denver defense. Like I think the bet that I would make is Miami team total over. Regardless of what happens, I think Miami is scoring today.
Yeah, for the side, to be honest, I really don't care. I like the over in the game, just simply put. I think each team gets to 120. We end up getting an absolutely entertaining, high-scoring game. There might be 1 or 2 quarters with 70-plus points in it. Good enough for me. I would go Denver just because I know for a fact Bam and company cannot guard Joker at all, and Joker should kill this team. But Miami's been playing better lately after slumping for about a month. Just give me the over. There's no reason to not take the over. I think this gets into the 250s minimum. So just give me the over and call it a day.
Yeah. Very, very chalky over. Well, it should be a very chalky over.
It should be. Neither team guards anybody.
Yeah, I would be shocked if, I would love to hear somebody say, hey, we should bet under in this game, and like what their logic is for betting.
And if you're picking Denver to win the game, as David's mentioning, 6-2 ATS off a loss, you're just basically picking them to drop 130. You're not picking them because you think they're suddenly going to clamp down the other team. You're picking them because Joker probably walks into 30, 18, and 15. Yeah. And they just win the game again. Like, you're just picking a high scoring game. So,
and this is a dangerous time when Jokic feels like, I don't have a lot of other options other than me get a bucket. Yeah. It's a very dangerous Jokic.
And just to read it off, by the way, last 2 games, a reminder, they split these games. Last 2 games, 56, 16, and 15, 34, 21, and 12.
And guess which one is the one they lost?
Yeah, the game to Orlando. The guy 21 rebounds, they still lost the game. So, look, Joker can do whatever he wants, but even if Denver does blow them out and Miami has a classic no-show, Denver probably dropped 140, and your over still good. So just give me the over.
Yeah. Yeah, over. I see people talking about Denver team total over. Not mad at that at all. Points are going to be scored here tonight. This should be a very, very, very high scoring game. All right. Before we get to the next game on the slate, let me talk to you about Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You're getting the best prices on the market with Novig because you can head over there and you can find bets that normally -110 that might even be even money for you. Like what? That is what, and doesn't get better than that at all. You should always shop your line and get the best prices, and Novig can help you out with that. So make sure you go check out the lines over there at Novig. Get the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend just $5. That's it. $50. Get $50 when you spend just $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Go get on the action on Novig and go get that $50 when you spend $5 over there at Novig. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, crushing the NFL this season with those sharp unders, crushing college basketball this season. They're hot in the NBA as well. Make sure you go check them out. You can go and make your own model, or you can use the house models, but you can make your own model and move the sliders over. Maybe you're really into pace. Maybe you think defense is important and offense isn't as important. Maybe you're the other way around. Make your models and then go and use them. It give you great picks, give you odds on, spread, total, player props as well. They got player props. So make sure you go check out Rhythm. It's all of that action and more. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app and get 25% off your first month. That's download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. Tomorrow said he's seen the Heat be stifled at home by the Raptors. Yes, but they were laying points. Like at this point, I never give the Miami Heat fault when they lose a game that they're supposed to.
What they score again against Atlanta? Like 137. Like it's fine. Denver,
and they were It was +3. It was +3. They were a +3 dog in that game. 2.5 here. The only time I get mad at them is when they do things non-standard, like what they did in the Pacers game. You were laying 6.5. You're not supposed to cover that. It's not what you're supposed to do. Come on, Pacers. Come on.
Yeah.
Other than that, I just love when I look at it and I see green +7.5, red -5.5, green +3. Like that's how you're supposed to play basketball, Miami. Continue the trend. Orlando Magic on the road. This is a rivalry game. I'm trying to tell people this is a rivalry game. These are 2 Florida teams going at it. Orlando Magic.
If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know.
2 two Florida teams going at it here. The Orlando Magic are on the road going to play the Toronto Raptors. Raptors are catching 1.5 at home. 220.5 is the total injury report. And we have for the Orlando Magic, Jalen Suggs doubtful, Gogo Batazzi questionable, Franz Wagner out, Mo Wagner out. Toronto played yesterday, so they do not have an injury report. They did get the win against the Golden State Warriors, 141-127, as fairly well predicted as well, with Golden State being as trash as they. Steve Kerr. Go as far as Steve Kerr takes you at this point. And so here we are.
There's no travel, but it is a back-to-back game off in overtime, which is not a great spot. But there is no travel.
It's because, and this is the thing. I have an issue with Orlando because I don't think Orlando's been playing great basketball either. I think they got a really good win beating Denver.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't even know if I need to be calling Denver a good win right now. Like, it just seems like Denver's at a point where they're giving up anything, like, 7-Eleven always open anytime you want to score at the basket against Denver. So, like, I shouldn't be surprised if they take a random L, because if you can't defend, you're not winning games.
They're also missing about half their starting lineup, so that doesn't help either. But
yeah. And so, I mean, okay, you get what should be a quality win against Denver, but, like, the last 10 games of basketball has not been good for, honestly, either one of these two teams, to be honest. But you got that win against Denver, and now you're just flip-flopping wins at this point. You went and you played Charlotte, and you lost somehow. And then you went and you beat Portland. Okay, cool. But you lost to Golden State, which is a pretty bad loss right now, not going to lie. And then you played a war with the Utah Jazz. Like, it up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's ultimately, like, what I kind of feel. Okay, so let's talk about the basketball, because I think that no Colin Murray Boyles probably. So that's going to impact things. I don't feel good about the bigs for Orlando. I really don't feel good about the Orlando team overall. I think that, it's just kind of a lot of late on Paolo. We may be good defensively, but we could take a night off here or there. They really haven't been that good defensively over the last 5 games. They've given up 120 points per game in each of the last 5 games, except the Portland game. That is the only game, but everything else, 120 to Golden State, 127 to Utah, 120 to Charlotte, 126 to Denver in a win. Like, you're giving up points regardless, and that's not how this team plays ball. Like, that's not how Jamal Mosley likes to coach this team, especially with the fact of it's not like that they're doing the thing that they were doing when they were giving up points in the early part of the season, Scott, where it was, we're running a fast pace, so we can't get back on defense fast enough, and we just end up giving points like that. No, they're actually playing horrible defense right now. Like, at the very least, I can sit here and say, like, when I watch the Toronto Raptors play basketball, sometimes they might look horrible, but the other team looks bad sometimes too. Like, they force the other team to look bad too. I don't know if the Orlando Magic can get to that role defensively where they can force, like, you're just hoping the the Tampa Bay Raptors, there we go. The Tampa Raptors, like, it's not like you can just freaking feel good about them at all at any point offensively. But I mean, if you're giving them a wide open lane to the basket, I got to think that they're going to be able to hit shots. And I think that's what's going to be the difference here. I think the defense is going to be the difference. I think Toronto Raptors can hit a mode defensively right now where they can cover something. And I'm not certain that right now this is the chance for the Orlando Magic to be able to do that. I think they're going to have issues. It may be some type of guard going out there and having a big game, whether it's quickly going out there and looking good for once, or maybe a Baji being hot from 3 or something like that, and them not being able to close out on the perimeter. But I think the defense is really going to be the issue for the Orlando Magic in this one. I'm taking the Toronto Raptors at home to play a close game and find a way to win it. That's typically what they do at home this season, 9-7 straight up, but 5-11 against the spread. They play a close game, find a way to win. If they're laying points, they typically don't cover them. but I'll take them as a home dog here. So I like the Tampa Raptors to get this done in this rivalry game.
Yeah, I think I agree. I know that there was a trend mentioned which does support Orlando in the chat, but I'll go with Toronto in this game. We know, of course, with Franz being out, we've seen Franz by himself. We've seen Paolo by himself. They look better when Franz is by himself, but either way, Paolo was really not good against Denver in the last game. Once again, Black had 38 points, but Paolo was pretty awful in that game, and they managed to get by it anyway because Bane was good, and they found a way. I do want to point out, though, the main reason why I'm also going to be taking Toronto. Last game against Denver, 23 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Look how they massacred my boy. I miss the old Tyus Jones. It's rough. It's rough out here. As a Tyus Jones fan, it has been a pretty rough season. Tyus Jones this season, for reference, is.
Do you think it was the Phoenix run? Do you think that's
probably. I mean, I've been a fan of Tyus Jones since Duke, and I hate Duke, but he always had the highest assist-to-turnover ratio, and he was great on Memphis and all these other teams. I was hoping he'd be a solid fill-in point guard for the Suggs injury. It just hasn't worked out. Like, Tyus Jones looks borderline washed at this point in his career, which is a bummer. But the main thing I'm trying to say is Jalen Suggs is doubtful, and that's a big point of the defense you're talking about, because I think Suggs is their best defensive player. So if Tyus Jones is not going to help you offensively at this point in his career, and he can't stay in front of people because he's past his prime as well, that's a big reason why the defense has gotten worse over the past week. It's because Suggs isn't there to clean up some of the mistakes his teammates make. So with Suggs being out and with Tyus Jones starting, I don't have much faith in this Orlando team. And it hurts me as a Tyus Jones fan for the last couple of years on the show. I got to be honest. So I'll go with Toronto to get the job done here at home.
Couple of no rest stats the chat had here. Teams off an overtime win as a dog with on no rest are 58 and 100 ATS. Yeah. So not good for the Toronto Raptors here. David also adding 1-5 ATS on back-to-backs this season for Toronto. I have them as 2-5, but same thing, not good. I understand it. I really do, but And maybe it's not play Toronto on the spread. Maybe it's a Toronto team total over, and that's what I'm looking for. Because I'm not a believer in Orlando Magic defensively right now. So I just got to assume if you're allowing Toronto to score like that at home, they're going to find a way to win the game. But a team total over for Toronto sounds like a lot better of a move for me.
I'm just throwing it out there once again. People are going to focus a lot on the Franz injury, which is definitely warranted, but don't underestimate the Suggs injury. Like, Suggs is a very important piece to this team because, as we've seen without him, they have a lot of holes defensively, and Suggs tries his ass off to help plug some of the holes. So, unfortunately, Suggs is probably not going to play in this game, so I'm good on backing Orlando. I'm good. I'm probably not going to bet this game, but not interested.
Golden State Warriors on the road. I'm betting this one. Golden State Warriors on the road. Going to play the Brooklyn Nets. Golden State's laying 4.5. 221.5 is the total. Injury report. Golden State played yesterday, played overtime, and lost. Meanwhile, Brooklyn. I mean, this is close to full strength.
What Barnes have, like 25 rebounds yesterday? Like a 23, 25, and 10 triple-double? Like, shout out to Barnes. He was phenomenal yesterday.
Crazy. But Brooklyn is pretty much full strength. Only name up here is Hayward Highsmith. Okay, so like if you're not a believer that Golden State's playing horrible basketball right now, and this is just not a time like anymore, like you got to just look at it and just decide like, hey, Golden State is not there right now. This is not good Golden State at all, like at all. And
you want to know a big sign, by the way? Sorry to interrupt. Do you know a big sign that your team is struggling right now?
What?
You're linked to Anthony Davis trades.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's not a good sign. That's not where you want to be if you're Golden State, especially after he got injured against your team on Christmas.
This is pretty much like this is the time where you really need to be trying to trade for Anthony Davis too. I was telling you, Scott, the best time to trade for Anthony Davis is when he's just got injured. That is the best time, because if you trade for him, then you control the rehab, and then maybe you get 20 games out of him after that. But if you trade for him while he's already healthy, you're going to screw yourself, and then he's going to be hurt. Like, it's what happened with the Mavs. He was healthy no, he wasn't. Yeah,
no, he came back for one game at a monster first half and got injured, and then he was on the shelf again for another like month and a half. But
Jesus Christ, like, it's dude, Anthony Davis.
What a shame too. He was balling for the last like week or two. He was great, and then of course
I stamp Anthony Davis, a healthy Anthony Davis that doesn't be on this injury riddled ruin bullshit, is like a top 5 player. Like, he's so good when he's locked in on both sides of the ball, but it's like you never get to see it because he's never healthy. When he is healthy, he's probably not all the way healthy on the court. Then you get the 2-3 games of him looking like that guy, and then he gets hurt again. Like, it's just one of the more traumatic stories in basketball.
I think it's depressing.
It should be made into a horror film.
It's depressing.
It should be made into a horror film.
I'm not going to go on a full Anthony Davis thing because we're talking about Golden State now, but the point is when you're linked to trading for an injured player as a desperation move, your team has some serious issues at hand.
It's like when your quarterback hits the crossbar. Like, there's nothing else here. There's nothing else here. We're going to start trying anything because our quarterback can hit the crossbar when he's trying to hit a receiver.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said,
there's a 0%
Scott, would you like to
Golden State?
Scott, would you like to talk about how good the Brooklyn Nets have been this month?
Yes, I do. Despite having a preseason win total under on the Nets, which is going to go up right in flames.
Yep.
The Nets in the month of December, with Michael Porter Jr. as their best player, have the number 1 defensive efficiency in the entire league. Jordi Fernandez is a basketball coaching god, and he needs the respect that he deserves. So the Nets are actually only 3 games back of Atlanta for a play-in spot. The Nets are actually good at basketball, and they buried Minnesota in their last game. This team is actually good. People gave the front office a hard time for the draft class. I don't know if there's a superstar in there, but the young players actually look competent. Mm-hmm. They look like rotation guys, with the exception of Saraf, who's in the G League. But 4 of the 5 guys have actually played good minutes over the last couple of weeks. Cam Thomas came back off the bench, had 30 in his first game back against Minnesota, because of course he did. He's Cam Thomas. But the point is, the Nets look competent, and they've been really good for the last couple of weeks. Number 1 defense in the league in the entire month of December. This team's actually not bad. Just throwing it out there. As a Nets fan, they're playing good ball. Like, this team actually looks like a real NBA team, which I did not see coming after they started the season 0-7. So props to the Nets, props to Fernandez. This team's pretty good, and I will take them against Golden State.
Yeah, I'm taking them against Golden State too. The defense, you talked about the defense efficiency being there, but also Cam Thomas, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. I think is a mismatch nightmare. I don't think they have anybody that, if Michael Porter Jr. really wants to get a bucket, I don't think that they have anybody that's really going to be able to slow him down. I like what you said. It's all started with the defensive side of ball. And if you're playing Golden State on the second leg of a back-to-back and you're forcing them into bad shots, you're forcing them into just throwing up prayers and hoping that they can put something in, they're going to look bad. We have no idea if Steph's going to play. We have no idea who's going to play. Like, the second leg of a back-to-back can go any way for Golden State at any time. And then also let's throw in the fact that Steve Kerr has no idea what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Again.
And they're on a back-to-back from Canada.
I have to point out that Steve Kerr is literally going against his coaching philosophy. He went the entire, like, if I was a just Jason Tatum fan, a Tyrese Halliburton fan, I would be so livid because he talked about, I can only play 10 guys reasonably in basketball. I cannot extend my rotation any more than that. And the fact that he has no idea what to do and he constantly plays 11 guys every night and it's different minutes and there's no consistency with anybody outside of the top guys. He has no idea what he's coaching this team to do right now. And he's just waiting to figure it out. And ultimately, it's what's going to happen. What always happens with Golden State. They get some type of injury that forces his hand, and then something actually starts working, and he sticks with it for a little while. Oh, dude, like the more and more I talk about it, the more and more I really, really am getting out on Steve Kerr just as a coach overall.
And you're not
He
even
accidentally
mentioning, once
stumbles in
again,
things.
you're not
He
even mentioning
accidentally,
the back-to-back with travel part of it. Like, it's a terrible spot, too.
but he accidentally stumbles upon things. Like he just accidentally stumbles upon like, oh, this player works. Oh, this person is good. Okay, let's play it.
And
Like,
Kuminga's never involved. Why did Golden
except
State
when
pick
everybody's
Kuminga?
Injured. Except when everybody's injured. And then like Jimmy's gonna get hurt, Steph's gonna get hurt. Maybe, and then at that point, Draymond's going to decide he doesn't want to play anymore. He's going to be forced to play Kuminga, and Kuminga's going to score like 23 points a game during that span.
It happened in the playoffs last year. But I want to point out, as the last thing I'll say, Curry last night has 39 points, and they lose again.
Yeah,
I've talked about it this season. You don't even get the Curry bailout games anymore, where if Curry gives you 40, you just find a way to win. That doesn't even happen anymore. They're losing these Curry games. So I can't trust this team at all. Give me the Nets. And if Scotty Barnes...
Give me the Nets on a money line.
Yeah, I think they should win the game. If Scotty Barnes can get 25 rebounds against this front court, why can't Porter Jr. give you 12? Like Claxton and Porter Jr., like why can't they give you decent rebounding games?
Yeah, I like that.
So I think it's a good rebounding matchup for the Nets.
I like that. All right. OKC on at home, welcoming the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks catching 16 and a half at OKC. 235 and a half is the total. Trae Young is questionable. Addition by subtraction. Jalen Johnson is out. Oh my God. Kristaps Porzingis is out. OKC hasn't submitted because they played yesterday.
I mean, this should get really, really ugly, right? Whether Trae plays or not, like this should get really ugly.
I mean, I think we've already figured out like what teams OKC is going to struggle with and what teams they're going to just blow out of the water when you let them.
Well, no teams are struggling with Atlanta right now, to be clear. So that's not on the card. No team's struggling with Atlanta.
Literally, no. Well, I mean, the Knicks let that one be a little close, but like,
yeah, but you won.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody. Like,
shout out to McCullers, by the way. Nice game for him. But anyway, I played Trae Young in that game. But yeah, I got OKC. I mean, no Jalen's enough for me. Trae plays, I don't really care. If he doesn't play, what are you going to do? Dyson Daniels and Naw and just hope that they have themselves a game? Porzingis is still out. They can't rebound the ball. OKC should bury this team. I don't know what Atlanta's counters are. They have no moves. What moves do they have in this game? Besides hoping that like Krejci or somebody just get insanely hot from three. What moves do they have?
Yeah, I was about to say, I just don't know. Like, I would never take this Hawks team without Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is the player, like, you know, with certain players on teams, they're like, I'm not betting you if your star player is not playing. Jalen Johnson is clearly the star player here. Even when Trae Young is on the court, Jalen Johnson can go for 30 to 40 at any given time.
With the rebounds and the assists, too.
It makes it so funny to think about, like, how Jalen Johnson stopped playing basketball at Duke and people were talking about how he was going to flop. And, like, he's legit, like.
He's really, really, really good.
Like, I can see Jalen Johnson being an all-NBA type player.
Yeah, I can see that too. Now, him and Trae together are horrible because neither of them play defense. But Trae's arguably the worst defender in the entire league. You can handle one, and at least he's tall, one tall, underwhelming defensive player. But you pair him with a short guard who can't play defense, you're going to hand out 130 to everybody.
That was the next problem when they would just, you know, Brunson Cat.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say it's still a potential issue, but you've tried to work around it, but still.
Yeah, it is. One day, maybe. Yeah, dude, there's nothing to talk about here.
No, just play the drop. It's going to happen.
Cody's got the chunk.
Scott, I will say this. If you told me Trae Young was 100% playing today, I would say this is a lock for OKC.
I think it's still a lock for OKC, but yes, I agree. Against this defense, oh no, Trae's going to have problems.
Yeah. All right. New York Knicks on the road going to play the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans catching 8.5 here at home. 246.5 is the total. Is this the highest total on the board? And we've got for the New York Knicks, Deuce McBride is questionable. Landry Shamet is still out. Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart are out. Herb Jones is out. DeJounte Murray's out. Jose Alvarado, very warranted and very earned suspension.
Yeah, he got his money's worth.
Definitely did. All right, so
New Orleans was fun.
Let's start this with this. This is potentially Cat's best game of the year.
It better be. I mentioned before, I don't think Queen can play defense. He's great offensively. He can't guard
but I mean, like Mark Williams was giving him. Mark Williams had like a 14 and 14 in the first half.
I think he finished with like 30. Yeah, Mark Williams. That's my point. I love Queen. He's an entertaining player offensively. Defensively,
he's literally baby Jokic.
It is a catastrophe watching him on defense. They can't guard anybody. Like, this defense is a joke. The Knicks might walk into 130 and change. Like that really might happen here. So I think you're right. I think Cat should have a monster game.
If he doesn't, I'd be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you see Cat and Cat has anything less than, honestly, truly, I'll give him 25, whatever, maybe. But like if it's anything less than 30 today, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
because this is a matchup that you need to take advantage of, especially with no Mitchell Robinson out there. Mm-hmm. He really need to get his big ass up and rebound too.
We know the Knicks have not been great on the road. They're 6-7. New Orleans had a fun ride. Then they lost 3 in a row. Cleveland, they lost on the road in a blowout. Lost to Phoenix twice at home. 1 by 7, 1 by 9. So they hung in there. The Knicks, we know, have been pretty good, but they've let some teams hang around. Cleveland.
They haven't covered in their last 5 games.
I was saying Cleveland ended up blowing a massive lead. Atlanta's been terrible. They still almost won that game. I might actually take New Orleans plus the points. Josh Hart's a big deal. Like I do think some role players being out's a big deal for the Knicks. Give me Knicks 1-10. I'm
considering locking up New Orleans today.
They've not been a good road team this season anyway, so I'll go Knicks 1-10.
They've been horrible on the road. They haven't been able to cover anything at all. They've kind of just been playing everything by, really, really close and getting wins. I will give them that. You're getting wins, but you're playing things very, very close, very, very tight, down to the wire. Ultimately, I do think that the defense is going to be off with no Josh Hart out there. Definitely no Mitchell Robinson. And the issue for me is really Cat and his one, Cat can't stop fouling. So that'd be one reason why he didn't get to this points thing, is if Derek Queen goes at him and he gets fouled really easily. Also, the fact that he's not rebounding as well as I would like him. And he's in bad position. Like I was watching the Christmas Day game, and it was multiple times where Mitchell Robinson came out of the game and Cat was in horrible position. And I'm like, oh, if Mitch is there, that's a rebound. But so I don't like that either.
I mean, to be fair, if you compare any center to Mitchell Robinson rebounding wise, the other guy.
Yeah, no, I get it. But it's just like,
you have modern day
Rodman. I expect better from Cat. Like I really do expect better from Cat.
I'm just saying Mitchell Robinson coming in and grabbing 13 rebounds in 5 minutes is kind of going to make him look worse automatically. So that's not really I
can see this being a game where Cat has a very good game. The New York Knicks are still battling, and Jalen Brunson bails them out in the end.
Like I see the Pacers game from a couple weeks ago. It's close. Brunson hit some shots and they barely win.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at. I'm not going to bet it, but I'll go New Orleans.
Probably good. I might bet it today. New Orleans is pretty good at home, too. And I can tell you give them this line, and New Orleans likes to cover. Yeah, they played 2 games against Phoenix and didn't get it done. It was just not a good matchup, and Phoenix is also amazing covering team. Yeah. This is it. They get back into the slide here. I like New Orleans plus 8.5.
Cool. Want to move on?
Can't take the Knicks on the road, man. All right. Over?
You know what? I'll be different. I'll go with the under. I don't think this should be the highest total on the board. I think it should be Denver and Miami. I think this total being the highest is a little bit absurd to me. I'll go with the under, but I'm probably not going to bet this game at all.
All right. Let's see here. Next, tomorrow's also dropping a little quick note. Knicks are 3-7 ATS as favorite.
Whoops. Or 4.
Favorites.
Yeah, I got to get out of here in like 10 minutes, so we got to make this work.
All right. Minnesota on the road going to play Chicago. Minnesota's 6.5. 241.5 is the total. What are we doing here? Injured.
I'm just going to take the Bulls. I don't trust Minnesota enough to lay 6.5 on the road.
Yep. Shannon's out. Giddy's probable. Yeah.
Giddy plays
Minnesota is one of those teams where you just can't lay points with them. Like you just can't lay points with them at any situation. Honestly, they haven't been good as a favorite at all this season. 9-17 this season as a favorite. So I'm with you. Pretty simple handicap there.
And Ant had a quote. Ant said, "We knew what the Nets were going to do, and they still destroyed us." Like that's not what you want to hear when you're laying 6.5 points all the time.
And we knew what they were going to do, and
we
they
knew what they were going to
do.
do. The Nets, by the way, not a playoff team or a play-in team right now. We knew what they were going to do, but we couldn't do anything about it. Like that tells me your team's got problems. I'll go with Chicago.
By the way, Scott, do you know what happened to the Bulls last game?
Giannis had a windmill dunk, and now they're pissed off.
No, that very much true. But they were also 15-15.
Oh, of course. Yes. So got to stay around the 500 range.
Yep, they had to lose one. They had to lose one. They won too many in a row. I'm trying to tell you, they had to lose one. All right, Cleveland, San Antonio, San Antonio with the crazies, as I think they call them, whatever they are.
They just stole the skull chant from the Vikings, but I guess.
Yo, I was like, what? Like, this is literally copyright plagiarism.
It is. Also, out of all the franchises to steal from, the Vikings are probably not the one you want to do it from. But
dude, it's literally plagiarism. Like he took it from overseas and said, "Yeah, we about to make this an overseas environment." Like what? Spurs laying 2.5, 243.5 is the total. Is there anything that can buy you into Cleveland right now?
I just don't get why the line is so short. I mean, Cleveland has played better based on eye test for the last couple of games. They had the Knicks on the ropes. They were up by a ton. But then, of course, in pure Cleveland fashion, they fell apart. So if I don't trust you to play a full 4 quarters, and the Spurs, after beating OKC again, no-show a home game against Utah, I got to imagine that everyone's pissed after losing to Utah, and I think Cleveland feels it. I think the Spurs win this game. I know Fox might not play and all, but after losing to Utah, that can't happen. I think they show up with urgency. I think they score a bunch of points. Give me San Antonio in this game.
Yep. I'm sorry. There's nothing that you could just tell me that the Cleveland Cavs haven't figured out right now. And I've told you before, I think the Cavs are going to be horrible at basketball until the All-Star break. That All-Star break is going to give Kenny Atkinson the actual time, this team, the actual time to figure out what the fuck is actually going on and attempt to make a correction. But until then, they're just getting by the skin of their teeth. They probably barely even practicing. They don't know what they're doing. Like, no.
The line does reek. I do agree with 2, but at the end of the day, I just can't take Cleveland. I just can't do it.
Yep.
And I'll go with the over because Cleveland doesn't guard anybody.
Yep. Oh, yeah, easy over. Indiana Pacers on the road going to play the Houston Rockets. Rockets laying 15.5, 221.5 is the total. Injury report. Jay Huff questionable, Ben Shepherd questionable, TJ McConnell questionable, Isaiah Jackson out. Şengün is questionable for the Rockets. Are you ever good laying this amount of points with the Rockets?
No, not at all.
Now, does that sound like? I mean, I get. I mean, they could. I know they've been bad.
I'll be different here. I'll take Indiana. Conceptually, 15.5 with Houston, I'm just not interested in at all. I'll just take the points. I know Indiana's not very good. I get they've been really bad on the road. 15.5, I've seen Houston mess around. Like they've lost games to the Kings. They've lost games to New Orleans. I don't think they are guaranteed to smack a bottom feeder in the spot. Give me Indiana plus 15.5. Why not?
As a favorite of 10 or more, 4-3 this season.
It's better than I thought.
It's funny because as a favorite of 7-10, 3-4. So
not a great favorite this season.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the games, they're playing some of these games really close down to the wire. Yeah, they blow some teams out, but it doesn't. The thought of them laying this amount of points just never occurred to me that I would ever want to do this with this Rockets team. I understand that they're pretty solid, but it just didn't occur to me that I would want to lay this amount of points. And then they just laid 12.5 against the Kings, and they lost outright. So
yeah,
give me the Pacers.
I'm good.
Blind bet on the Pacers here.
I agree.
Too many points. All right. Dallas on the road, going to play the Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers laying 2.5 at home. 231.5 is the total. Anthony Davis has a questionable tag on him, so maybe it wasn't that bad. Brandon Williams is also questionable. No Derek Lively, and then nothing for Portland yet because they played yesterday. What was
Portland good on
back-to-back?
back-to-backs.
Yeah, Portland good on back-to-backs. And I mean, the books are now giving it to them. They're laying 2.5 here. I can't imagine that if it wasn't Portland on a back-to-back, they wouldn't be laying 2.5 here, to be honest. I understand how Dallas looks right now, but I just have to assume this is like 1.
Yeah, I think my thoughts on this game are pretty simple. It was a nice win for Portland against Boston yesterday. My thoughts are simple. If Anthony Davis plays, I'll probably go Dallas. If he sits, I'll just take Portland.
There's nothing. There's nothing that I could. There's nothing that I could actually. You couldn't get me off of Portland here. I'm sorry.
If Anthony Davis plays, you can get me off of Portland, but without knowing if he plays or not, we'll go from there.
They're like 101 on the second level go back-to-back recently. Like Portland, they just figured out something out, and until that trend loses 3 times in a row, I'm probably not going to fade it. So Portland, second leg of a back-to-back, that's the bet.
Yeah, Dallas also 3-11 straight up on the road, so a terrible road team. But once again, I'll wait for Anthony Davis reports and go from there.
Portland laying points is concerning. I will admit that, but it's a very good trend, and they're laying points because they know the trend. And they're trying to get you to not bet Portland, knowing Portland's going to win. Wow. I might have a chase slip on Portland tonight. All right. Lock, dog, underdog. Let's get Scott out of here.
All right. So for my lock, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. Give me the Nets plus the points. I'll take the Nets plus 3.5. I think that there's a chance that Golden State has another classic war where maybe they find a way to win, maybe they'll lose it outright. But the Nets have been good. I think 3.5 at home against a team off a back-to-back with travel from Canada, I think it's just a bad spot. Give me the Nets plus 3.5 as my lock. For my dog, let me just see the volume for a second here. He's attempted 6. You know what? I'll do it. I called out New Orleans' defense. I think that it's a good spot. I am going to pick the Cat game. Give me Cat over 27.5 points plus 158.
All right. I will take lock OKC minus 16.5.
Okay.
Dog Chicago plus 205 on the money line.
Okay.
Get them back to 500. Very quick and simple. I was considered taking New Orleans plus 8.5 as a lock. I also considered the Brooklyn Nets as a dog. That's what I came down to.
I don't remember if the Nets made the criteria. Were they 140 or higher?
Minus 4.5, 158.
Okay. All
right. Underdog. Cat.
Yeah, I'm in for it. Well, if you wanted a matchup, this is your matchup. Cat's had, 36 plus in 2 of the last 3 games? Like, he really should have a monster game.
He really should. He'll piss me off if he doesn't.
Do you want to throw in the rebounds because Hart's not in, or you don't want to bother? Oh, Mitchell Robinson's also out, so there is no Mitch. So you want to just go PR for Towns?
Yeah, PR. He really needs to rebound, but if he doesn't, he'll piss me off.
I'm saying there's no Robinson, so yeah.
Yeah, it's no Robinson or Hart. He's the only rebounder left. I do like the Michael Porter Jr. rebounds that you talked about earlier.
Yeah, we'll go with PR for Porter Jr. as well.
Okay. PR for Porter Jr. as well. We are 32.5. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last play, who do we want to give it to?
I mean, do you want to pick Castle to have a monster game because Fox is injured? I mean, haven't we done this all season? Cleveland doesn't guard anybody. Fox might not play. Castle's very good anyway.
18.5? 18.5 is short.
Well, I actually wanted the RA. I wanted to ignore the points. I just wanted him to do a bunch of other stuff with Fox not playing. Fox might play, but I still think RA is worth a lot.
It's 11.5.
It's 11.5?
I like it. Yeah, it's only 11.5.
Let's do it. Unless you wanted PRA and just get everything.
No, because 5 rebounds. He's always around 5 rebounds. What's that? 8 assists.
I mean, he was double hunting when Fox was injured beforehand. So
yeah.
I think he's in line for that.
I like it. All right. Michael Porter Jr. higher, 32.5 points and rebounds. Stephon Castle higher, 11.5 rebounds and assists. And Karl Anthony Towns higher, 37.5 points and rebounds. At that underdog, shake it up. You're going to get 6X, $100, get you $600 over there. Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else from people before we get up out of here?
Not really. A fun show. I'll be back once again tomorrow. And yeah, good luck with your NBA plays.
With that being said, best of luck to everybody. He's at Reichel Radio. I'm at really real _ Make sure you give us a follow.
One more thing. If you want NFL prop stuff, I'll be doing a prop show with Adam in about 2 minutes. So
there we go.
Check out the Propcast.
Propcast coming away in 2 minutes. Go check it out. Head over there and check out the Propcast right now. All you gotta do is just switch the feed over, listen to Scott talk about the NFL props. With that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna end like this. We are out of here.
Basket.